Hey, Friendly Neighborhood Geek here, doing another action figure re-review. This time on something that is considered vintage. It's relatively still affordable. This is on a group of characters, a specific superhero team. Give you a hint that I love. Probably my favorite superhero team. Um, yeah, so we are looking at doing a re-review on the Fantastic Four. This particular version is a Walmart was a Walmart exclusive in 2004, 2005. You see, we just get the four individual members. Johnny, but this version is a translucent version. The other version was not translucent. Ben, or the thing with his trench coat, hat, and fedora, which is really, really awesome. Um, can't see my face. Sue, um, which is cool. I think that's probably one of the. It's dated. That's probably one of the better female body molds from Toy Biz. And then we last have Mr. Fantastic, the leader of the group. And he's solid. That's also a solid, very well articulated figure. You see, he comes with two stretchy hands, so that's nice. And they also come with display stand. They come with four display stands that I'll show. It says special poster book and collector display stand included. Well, my version didn't have the poster book. Mind you, this was new in box when I got these. I think it was just a defect. This was a defective set, unfortunately. I thought about maybe buying another version of this because, like I said, you can find this for a relatively good deal. Um, so maybe I thought about selling this one off and then just rebuying it down the line. So we'll see. I might still do that. I thought about maybe giving it to Toys for Tots this past December, but I wasn't able to get the toys to the store on time, so we'll see. But I do really, really like this set. I remember I was excited when I got it, and I still like it. But they've been, in storage. So, but I'm going to take them out and talk about them, and then I'll, put them on display so I can have them out in the open again. The packaging, as you see, Marvel Legends, Fantastic Four. It even tells you how much articulation they have. Human Torch with 34 points of articulation, The Thing with 29 points of articulation, Mr. Fantastic with 38 points of articulation, and Invisible Woman with 40 points of articulation. So, again, if you watch any vintage Toy Biz review, people always say Toy Biz knocked out of the park with the Marvel toy line. Now, yeah, a lot of them, like the molds, some of the molds are dated, especially for the female characters. Some of the molds are dated, but a lot of those figures still hold up. 20 years later, those are still quality figures, that can still, that for the most part still stands the test of time, and you can still put into, a modern um, Marvel toy collection. Of course, the Fantastic Four, the whole brand is over 80 years old. So there's hundreds of Fantastic Four figures, tons to, get if you don't like this set. And I like that there's a variety of figures of the team that you could get. Like, for example, I got a lot to say. The Mezco one came out last year, and that's really expensive. But the Mezco one, Mezco's known for making really well quality figures, but they're very pricey. The Mezco one probably is the best. Yeah, probably the best version of the Fantastic Four ever made into action figures, like cloth accessories, all different types of interchangeable accessories. I think it came like a huge box set. You get all four of the characters. I think Doctor Doom got a figure separately. So again, to me, the Mezco one is the definitive figures of the characters. That's my opinion the best representation of the characters. Um, Here's the packaging. I mean, here's the back of the packaging. That's a lot to read. Usually I would, but I don't want this to be too long. So, um, yeah, maybe you can. You guys can pause the video and read it yourself. A very nice, bio explaining the team. This was supposed to be in the poster book. Now, I have something else to show. Hang on. I put my phone on vibrate. I did get the poster book, just not with the set. I will show that in a minute. You can see here the characters' stats and their abilities and stuff. Again, you can pause and read if you're really interested. So again, I love the packaging. I forgot who sculpted these figures. His name was something, maybe it was like Joseph Ramirez or something. He was the person who sculpted these figures. Was really nice. Another fun thing, and then we'll finally open the box. So these two uniforms that Sue and Reed have on are based off Heroes Reborn, which was like a relaunch, I think, in the 90s for some of the Marvel characters, where they were drawn by Jim Lee, very well-known artist, worked on X-Men, has his own series of comics for the company Image Comics, same company that owns Spawn. So he did the art for Heroes Reborn, or at least for the Fantastic Four stories. Pretty cool. Like I said, I don't think Heroes Reborn was successful though, but it's still pretty cool that at least we got somewhat action figure representation of that period, or that series of books or whatever. So like I said, I'm a huge Fantastic Four fan. I bought this set. I bought this set, which I saw advertised in the Toybiz comics that would come with the figures back in the day. I wanted this set ever since I was little. I was able to achieve that goal a couple years ago. See, with this set, you get Thing with a different facial expression. Franklin Richards, who him and Laveria, their Susan and Reed's daughter, they got modern action figures like a couple months ago, or about a month ago. They're also releasing a set of Fantastic Four uniform Spider-Man and Wolverine, which is really dope. So I'll probably get those at some point. Sue, Herbie, Reed in his ball form, Reed in his lab coat, which is awesome. Awesome when we get cloth accessories. Johnny in his non-translucent form. And Dr. Doom, and this is a variant of Dr. Doom where his face is all scarred. And you see, you may not be able to see it, but back there they do have the poster book. So I was able to read through it, which is really nice. It sucks. We don't get stuff like this anymore. If we do, it's like a Comic-Con exclusive or whatever. And, it's really, put that to the side. When we get those from Hasbro, they're like Comic-Con exclusives. They're really expensive. Like these were sold in stores, for reasonable prices. Toybiz gave us so many different, box sets, like Marvel Monsters, Young Avengers, House of M, Spider-Man box sets, all types of cool stuff. I also got these. I found these randomly on eBay some years ago, and I bought them because I'd never seen them, didn't know they existed. And these are really cute. They don't make these anymore. These plushy figures with the plastic heads. They don't really make these anymore. But again, nice, cute little, novelty collectibles of the Fantastic Four. I have some mini mates. Their Future Foundation uniforms, which was a cool storyline. I had the modern Marvel Legend figures where they had like the black and blue uniforms. I sold that set off about last year because, like I said, I just had them sitting in a box. But I won't be doing a size comparison with the other box set. I'm also trying to sell that off as well. So if anyone's interested in either one of these sets, let me know. Like I said, these are old, they're vintage. A lot of people would probably buy, the more modern figures. So, like I said, yes. My history of the Fantastic Four, I knew they were affiliated with Spider-Man. I didn't really see the cartoon, the 90s cartoon, until I got a little bit older. So the movie from 2005, um, the movie from 2005, and let me see, this came out, um, I'm trying to see when this came out. I don't think it says, oh, 2005. Here's the Here's the bottom if you were interested. Yeah, 2005. Yep. Here are the 4 characters. So, like I said, saw the first movie, liked it, rewatched it recently. It didn't have enough action, but it was still a charming movie, you know. Then we got the cartoon in 2006 called World's Greatest Heroes. That was, you know, a really good show. I've rewatched it a couple times. That show actually still really holds up. Animated by Moonscape. We were going to get action figures for that show, but they got canceled, which really sucks. I don't know why. The figures look really cool. The characters kind of had anime-esque, like an anime kind of art style, which really worked. Such a shame we didn't get those action figures. That would have been really cool. And then didn't see Rise of the Silver Surfer. That came out the same year as Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3, ironically, was the first Spider-Man movie I saw in theaters. And I remember they had a poster, like they had a model of the Silver Surfer from the second Fantastic Four movie on display, but I didn't get to see it. Could only afford to go see one movie. And yeah, so I saw that sometime later. I thought it was way better than the first movie. So yeah. And that's about it. Like the movies, the cartoon, I didn't have access to the comics. Those were like my introductions to the characters. I played a little bit of Marvel Ultimate Alliance when I was younger. And I kind of got to experience playing as them on a team, which was cool. So it wasn't really till I got older, till I got more familiar with the characters. I read a handful of the original Jack Kirby and Stan Lee comic run. Here's Ben, or the Thing. Real quick, I will show their display stands, but I just put in a little baggie. So yeah, so this has 2004 on it, but the box has 2005. So maybe, I'm not sure if the first set was maybe made a year before and then they re-released this set the next year. I don't know. But very basic, very basic, but it's simplicity. Sometimes simplicity is key. I like the big 4, the white and the blue. Oh wow, yeah. I forgot about this. In case I wanted to, you know, put them for reselling them purposes, reselling them purposes. I kept the twist ties in here so I could retie them back to the plastic bubble if I wanted to. So like I said, if anyone's interested, I will be selling these for, you know, around the price that they are. Like, so the big set is, yeah, it's worth like a little over $100, and this set is probably worth maybe like half that, maybe. So like 60, 70, $80 if anyone's interested. So let's start off with probably the coolest figure, the Thing. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, so we're not finished talking about the movies. There was a movie in the 90s, like the early mid-90s. There's a whole documentary on it. Basically, the cast and crew and even the director were lied to. The only reason the movie was made was so the studio, which may have been Fox at the time, could keep the rights. There's a whole documentary on it. The movie itself is good, but, you know, low budget, you know, poor quality, all that stuff. But a lot of heart went into that movie. But you could watch it on YouTube, on whatever. Worth checking out. I did a video on it on TikTok. There was also the 2015 one with Michael B. Jordan where he was the Human Torch. Uh, that one's okay. A lot of people say it's bad. It kind of is. It's probably the worst one, unfortunately. The original script, you could read up on it. There's a lot of behind the scene drama that was going on, but the original script was way better than what they ended up going with, which is a huge shame. Um, but I mean, if you like the characters, you might as well watch all the movies. I mean, why not? You know, you can have a we have four Fantastic Four movies. Um, like I said, another reason talking about them. Like I said, watched the '90s movie recently. Started playing one of the games. There's a handful of video games. Not the best, but I'm playing the one for the Game Boy, which is very charming. I really like it so far. Um, this is a handful of games, and in February we got a Valentine's Day card type post from Marvel that they're working on the next Fantastic Four movie. We did see Mr. Fantastic appear in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, played by a different actor. I forgot his name, but he's very well known, popular actor. His wife is also an actress too, and she's very well known as well. But Pedro Pascal, who's very popular right now, is supposed to be playing Mr. Fantastic. I think that's cool. I hope it's good. I'm excited. I'm actually, excuse me, excited for a movie. Excuse me, I haven't really been excited for a movie since I think Across the Spider Verse. Um, so yeah, hopefully I'm sure we'll probably get some action figures. I might get those. Might actually get some MCU figures. I have two MCU figures. Tom Hiddleston's Loki and um, Sophia Diartino's Sylvie Lady Loki. I have them. Um, so yeah, like I said, I'm just rambling, but yeah, I mean, Fantastic Four. Um, they set the foundation for the Marvel Universe. Stan Lee originally was thinking of getting out of the comic industry, and his wife encouraged him to continue on, and him and Jack Kirby were able to come up with Fantastic Four, and that's basically saved Marvel essentially. Some people say like the Fantastic Four was like the first official Marvel superheroes, but technically Captain America was like the very first Marvel hero ever created, but that was before the Marvel company was established. So it's giving a lot of interesting facts. But yeah, 80 years of or 80 plus years of stories, figures, adaptations, versions of these characters. It's amazing, like they're Marvel's first family. Um, but yeah, finally getting into the figures. Also, I'm the only person who's done a review on these. There was a review in Spanish, but I guess it got taken down. So that's another reason why I wanted to talk about these because there's no other review on them. Um, so, Thing, um, he has good articulation. He's still a charming toy. Very charming. As you can see, the fingers can bend, but they're kind of, in a pose, like a knuckle uh, pose. Has the three fingers. Has the three fingers. The sculpting and the paint wash on him is really good. Um, this hand, is more like his hands are open. Um, oh yeah, he could give you the middle finger, but I won't do that. Toe, bend, ankle rocker, all that good stuff. Um, so later on, because we did get another thing. Let's see, it is ooh, that's that noise. So his legs can bend. Old plastic. So we did get another in the House of M. Oh, he has thigh swivel, so that's good too. And the House of M. Let me untie his trench coat. The House of M box set, which was another popular Marvel storyline, um, where Scarlet Witch basically changed reality or some shit. We got another version of Thing called the It, which was cool. That's probably, in my opinion, probably the best Thing figure we ever got. I won't go into like too much detail, kind of a spoiler if you're interested on that version of him. But the mold and the posability was excellent on that figure. So you see how, I guess I'll take the trench coat off. So you see how Thing has this basic kind of up and down kind of, yeah, leg waist piece. Well, on the It figure, these pieces are ball joints, so it has a lot more posability. Unfortunately, this was before they started doing that, so he has this older articulation. But like I said, like he comes with glasses, which is really nice, blue shades. The hat is molded to fit on him. Again, really, really cool. You saw the other box set, but he did not come with these items. These originally came with a single carded version. I like both versions. I like him with the angry face, and I like him with just the closed mouth. But again, it would have been cool to have gotten this back in the day. Be careful taking off the trench coat. Like, if I got this for like my birthday or Christmas, once I was familiar with the characters, the movies and the cartoon at the time. I did see someone use this for a Hellboy, which was really cool. So here he is. His catchphrase is clobbering time. So old figure. Of course, I have a Toybiz Hulk. So you see, kind of has the butterfly joints that go in and out. Neat. So, I mean, if you wanted to get him into a pose, if you wanted to get him into a pose, like he's still a very solid figure. Still very solid. Of course, there's better ones, and of course we got some more better Toy Biz ones, but like I said, he's still a fun toy. Like, he's probably one of the most recognizable Marvel characters. Oh, might want to be careful with the waist. Waist is a little loosey on mine. So again, like, if you were to get this, just, know, like, these are older figures, so you don't want to be rough with them. Trying to get him, like, yeah, there we go. Like he's bashing somebody's head or something. Ooh, like that. Like that. That's cool. There's a handful of Marvel stop motions, and I've seen some where they've used these older figures, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, there's the thing. Again, even though, like I said, some of the articulation is a little dated, still an awesome figure. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love them. Not like I would have loved to have had these back when I was young, learning about the characters. I think my first Marvel superhero, like Marvel Legend toy, was the Silver Surfer. He came with a Howard the Duck accessory. I don't have that anymore, but I do still have the comic that he came with. And I always I did a video of the Toy Biz comics. I always kind of look through those for nostalgia. So here is, here is Sue. Now, I thought my version, I could be wrong. I thought my version, one leg was longer than the other. But now looking at her, I don't think so. I don't think so now that I look at her. Like you guys can see, like, yeah, it's kind of sucks. That's a bummer. Like, one leg's a little bit. So she has a defect, but I don't think it doesn't hinder her from standing. Of course, you can kind of bend the legs, you know. I like this female mold. I do think it's dated, but I like it. Toybiz didn't really do a good job with the female molds. So this one's one of the better ones. Her Heroes Reborn outfit. She has great articulation, knee, swivel at the leg, bottom leg, feet can move like that, toe joint. Um, this is the same mold that my Marvel Legends Toybiz Black Widow has, and like I said, I really like that figure. Um, the hands, you see the hands, they kind of look like claws the way they're molded. Um, but so yeah, these head molds are based off of particular artists. I forgot their name. I apologize. But again, I see her arms can go in and out like that. I like that. It's cool. She has a little peg on her back that doesn't really look like it goes into all the way, so I don't really see anything plugging in on the back of her. And I really do like her face. Pretty blue eyes for the most part. The face is okay. Pretty blue eyes. Um, yeah, her head can rotate for the most part. Like I said, kind of loose. These older figures, kind of loose, but it's not a big deal. And they all stand on their display stands well, so that's good. Like I said, I like her face. I like the little bang. I like the little bang. Eyes might look a little funny, but it doesn't bother me. She has a very motherly look to her. You know, that's always kind of been her character. Like she's the mom of the group. Um, so I like that. I do. I really do like her. I've thought about making my own Fantastic Four stop motion. Uh, Maybe, never know. There was also another. So the other box set, there was also another version that came with a translucent Sue and the translucent Johnny, which is cool. I forgot about that. Um, so a little while ago, here's Johnny. A little while ago, I think I may have said that at one point I was trying to pitch my own cartoon. Yes, I could have had my own cartoon. Maybe one day I can revisit that. I had a portfolio. I submitted it to the company, which the person who owned the company was a well known individual in the animation industry. So they were legit, and I felt like maybe my pitch, like I'm not an animator, you know, all I could do was just write down the ideas, the concepts. You know, I had some original illustrations for references, you know, to give an idea of what the show could be, hoping from what I submitted that would, you know, possibly turn into something. And they never got back with me. And I reached out to the owner of the company some months ago and didn't. They opened my message and didn't respond. So yeah, you know, some businesses are a tough business. Animation's one of them. So many people don't get their shows made. It didn't deteriorate me from continuing on though. I still plan to, like I still have my portfolio. So, um, but it was going to be about a team of four. Like I said, one of my inspirations was the Fantastic Four. Team of four. Technically, they were superheroes, and they would go on a lot of crazy adventures, and there'd be life lessons, and you know all types of stuff. Like just being a teenager, you know, being a young person with these powers and having all this responsibility, and like you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it on your own. You're on a team. You're on a group of people who know what you're going through, what you're experiencing, and you are there for each other. And like I said, there's a lot of other messages that would be in the show, but the core would be the four characters, learning how to be proper heroes and saving the world and still trying to somewhat balance being a teenager or a young person and um, stuff like that. So, yeah, I did make some customs, but they're put away. I think I showed them. Yeah, I showed them a couple years ago. Made some Legos, made some custom action figures. So this Johnny, I really like him. I wish he could, fold his arms all the way down, like you see, like that's the farthest they can go. I like the flame pieces. I love the translucentness, so you can see some of the joints on the inside, which is cool. Because he was in that box for so long, I'm not sure if like he's maybe some parts have warped. Like this leg looks a little funky. It may have warped from the pose he was in. Um, but again, he's a fun figure. I like how his mouth and his eyes are like orange. I like it. I like it. It looks like he's wearing shoes or boots. Again, outside of some of him being a little warped, he is a fun toy. I think my other Marvel, my Hasbro Marvel Legend Johnny was a lot better. Had a little bit more charm to him, but I like this one. This one's fine. This one's cool. I think he was one of like the first single Reed, and Ben were like the three of the first single carded Marvel Legends. But the single carded one, like his face is fully on fire and all that stuff. So I do have some other Fantastic Four figures, the Marvel Showdown figures. Um, they're like 3.75 inch, so they're like the same size as the Marvel Universe toys. Um, I did a review on that. That might be the next re-review because that hasn't aged well. I feel bad. A lot of my older videos have not aged well, and some of them are on figures I no longer have in my collection, and there really aren't any reviews or videos about. So for that reason alone, I still keep those up. But like I said, they have not aged well, and it bothers me. So um, finally we have the leader of the group. Um, Reed Richards, Dr. Richards, Mr. Fantastic. Um, yeah, he's cool too. Oh, so again, bottom leg can swivel, feet can go back and forth, ankle joint, feet can go up and down. This one's a little stiff, this foot, but that's cool. Like I said, the ball joints here. So these are the type of ball joints I was saying that the It figure had, that the old thing does not. So um, here's head sculpt. Probably may not come in that well. I like his head sculpt. I like how I think everybody of the group has blue eyes. It's kind of funny, but I like that everyone has blue eyes. His hair, I like his hair. Um, like I said, here's the back of him. Let's have him in this pose, genius pose. So I have, oh, I never noticed this. So I see on the back of him some paint has been scratched, but that may have just have been, and on the top of him as well. It may have just have been from being in that box for so many years, for almost 15 years. Head's a little loose, but it's not that bothersome. Like I said, I do like the holes at the bottom of the feet. I do like the costumes. Very different. Um, so like I said, I have put the other lab coat on this one and, had him with the stretchy limbs. So um, I'm looking at him. I might do that when I put him on display because I think he looks a lot better. He looks a lot cooler with his lab coat. It's really cool. So I'm mad. It sucks this one didn't come with that. It's so lame. Um, but we can buy cloth accessories separately. There's a seller on eBay where I've gotten a lot of my cloth accessories from, so I could easily probably just buy a lab coat for him, which I'll probably do at some point. Um, so yes, to his gimmick, which the other one does not come with, which really sucks. But so there's pros and cons to both sets. Okay, try to be careful. Like I said, this is not going to come off. Oh, there we go. Like I said, some joints are already loose, so have to be careful. Like I said, these definitely these are old. These are vintage. You probably would not want to play with these. These are solely just to be, display pieces. Um, Here he is with his hand, and I believe the fingers and the arm is bendable. Yeah, but because I kind of want to keep them in good condition, I really don't, articulate this hand all that much. But still really cool. I mean, as a kid, I really I really connected with Mr. Fantastic the most out of the team because I was really infatuated with stretchy toys. So to have a hero who that's his main ability. His main ability, and I like how these just kind of look like gloves, which is really funny. To have a hero whose main ability um, was to stretch his limbs, I thought was really cool. And I did have like a Stretch Armstrong Mr. Fantastic at one point when I was younger. Um, so here he is in a pose. Here he is with his stretchy limbs. Of course, they're heavy. Um, they're heavy, but still really cool. I mean, like I said, if you were a kid who may or may not have been familiar with them, but you were into Marvel, I mean, these would have been awesome figures to have gotten for like your birthday or Christmas, Like like I said, I grew up with the Marvel Legends for the most part. I had a handful of X-Men characters, like I had Silver Surfer. Um, so to get these, so to have gotten the Fantastic Four, the entire group would have been awesome. So last, it's like this is a long one. I mean, kind of pose them. Um, like together or whatever. Pose them together. Like kind of get them in like a family type of pose. You could do that if you wanted. But and have Johnny. So again, uh, if it wasn't for them, we may not have gotten all our other heroes. Spider-Man, Iron Man, Hulk, you know, all those other heroes. So um, yeah, like I said, crazy, crazy. They're not as popular as they used to be, but like I said, I love them. Like I said, there are so many Fantastic Four toys now. So many. So many. So if you don't want these old Toybiz ones, that's totally fine. Like there's plenty of modern Hasbro, like I said, the Mezco, if you could afford that, figures to get. I still recommend these. They're still fun, charming. Just know these are old. If they're new in box, they've been sitting in a box for almost 15, 17 years. So you don't know what condition they could be in. Like I said, mine, the poster book was not included. Sue kind of has a defect. stuff like that. Joints are stiff, stuff like that, so keep that in mind. Um, these are really solid figures, and like I said, the other box set, I know that was a very popular box set because of all the accessories and all the characters you got. So I'll probably, yeah, like I said, I'll talk about that one. Sure. I mean, there's some slight differences, but like I said, there's differences. Like I said, this set you only get the 4 characters, but you get basically 2 variants. Well, 3 variants. Well, technically 4. They're all because, like I said, Ben, his facial expression, and he comes with the trench coat, hat, and fedora. So these are all variants, but Reed's missing the lab coat. They don't come with any other accessories. No Herbie, no Franklin. This is more simplistic, which I like. I prefer this set more. I just got the other set because, like I said, I'm a Fantastic Four fan. I did really want that other set when I was a kid. But the other set, like I said, has the 4 members of the group: Doctor Doom, Herbie, Franklin, Mr. Fantastic as a ball, all the display stands, poster book. He comes with his lab coat, but he doesn't come with his stretchy arms. Ben doesn't come with the trench coat and hat, fedora. Uh, but like I said, I love the Fantastic Four. I love them to pieces. I'm gonna start reading. I'm gonna start reading Heroes Reborn, and a handful of other. I saw they had a comic crossover with Superman, which sounds really really cool. So I'll probably read that one too at some point. Like I said, I hope the movie's good. Like I said, the next couple of re-reviews will be on the Fantastic Four, so stay tuned. Like I said, I've just been in the mood. I've been in the mood for Marvel's first family. I love them. And like I said, they were one of the inspirations for my cartoon. Um, that's it for this video. It's going 41 minutes. That's it for this video. Looking at my watch. Brief update. I may have mentioned this in my Bardock plush review. I am see them one last time. I currently on my weight loss journey. Only lost like 3 pounds. I have to lose weight before my weight has to be a certain level before enlisting into the Air Force, which kind of sucks because all the training you go through, you think you would lose that weight while you're there. Yeah, it kind of sucks. So I can't even take my ASVAB before my weight limit is where it has to be, which is like 186, and mine is like 2 something. So a little bummed out about that because losing weight is a process. So a little bummed out about that. But yeah, so got that going on. I will be appearing on TV tomorrow. I will be on a court show called Divorce Court. I'll be in the audience. First time being on TV at age 24. So I'm looking forward to that. A little nervous, but I'm looking forward to that. I'll probably do a video talking about, that experience. Because like I said, where I live, Atlanta, called Black Hollywood, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's another court show that takes place somewhere that's like 30 minutes away from me. So I'm trying to see if I can get on that show because sure, why not? Being paid for it, which is awesome. So yeah, a little update on what I'm doing currently. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Peace, you guys.